Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all well. Out of breath. This is one of them marks that actually makes me blow through my arse. Woo! I'm about 20 minutes into my walk now. I got another, I don't know, 5-10 minutes until I get to the top of the cliff, and then I gotta go down. And when I say I gotta go down on this one, I've got to go down a good few hundred feet down to get to the bottom ledges. But once you're down there, it's really comfortable fishing. Tonight's target is a fish I find very underestimated because they're a fantastic sport. I can't believe not more people fish for them. I don't fish for them as much as I used to. But it's a fish that once upon a time I was absolutely crazy about, and that's the conger eel. Yeah, I'm off targeting conger eel tonight. Once I get down onto the mark, I'll show you some of the baits that I've got to target these great creatures. The chances are I'll pick up dogfish on the baits, maybe some hush. Baits might be a bit too big, but maybe some hush, rockling, and you never know, guys. Big pollock and codling do like a big fish bait. So I'm going to turn you off, and then next time I bring you back, I'll be on the mark. So I just thought I'd show you quickly. I'm halfway down the cliff now to the actual mark that I tend to fish tonight. It's a nice bit of a swell running in, but the wind's actually over my left shoulder, so it's not a swell that's head on. It's just a bit of swell that's coming around the corner. And then I'll show you back up the cliff that I've just come up. So I've just come from all the way up there, and then obviously I walk down here, all the way down here, and then I need to get all the way down there. Not somewhere I advise anybody that doesn't have experience of fishing these sort of marks to fish alone. It's a mark that I do fish a lot alone, this one, to be honest with you. It's not one I tend to invite anybody to come and walk, because it's not a nice walk, it's a long walk. But sometimes it can surprisingly throw up some big fish. Now I've said that, I must probably blank tonight, but hey ho, gotta be in it to win it, so they say. Well, I hope you're all well, guys, and I hope you're enjoying the channel and the content and what I'm putting out there. So I've got a little bit of a scramble now to get down there, so I'm going to turn the phone off, and as I say, once I'm on the mark, set up, I'll bring you back. Well, I'm down on the mark, guys, and I just had a couple of conversations by myself because I forgot to push record. Right, so I'm down on the mark. I've got a rod out. I'll go through the setup in a minute with you quickly. So I've got a rod out, and I've got, what did I put on it? I can't even remember. Cuttlefish. So I put a cuttlefish on there for bait for my first cast. Most probably one of my favourite go-to conger baits. It does get left alone quite a bit by the doggies and stuff. Unless there's numbers of doggies there, then they will pick it up. But I find that it's a good tough bait and it stays out for a good while. So I'm down on the mark, guys. Showed you a little bit of the mark and what I was against getting to this mark. Now, there's 3 main dangers about fishing a mark like this, in my opinion anyway. Danger number 1, that's getting to the mark. You've got quite a climb, quite a walk, quite a climb. You're excited and you want to get on there because you want to get fishing. So that's danger number 1. Recommendations for danger number 1, take your time, you'll get there when you get there. Danger number 2. Now this is most probably the most dangerous part of rock fishing. Any type of fishing, but fishing marks like this. This is most probably one of the most dangerous, and this is danger number 2. That's catching a fish. Now you're going to think, why is that dangerous? Why is catching a fish dangerous? Oh yeah, the ratchet just went and I had a bite straight off. Guys, I haven't even set up. Right, what's going on here? Right, it's stopped. It was a bit of a conger bite, but it's stopped. Right. Yeah, danger number 2. So danger number 2 is catching a fish. And you're going to think, why is catching a fish dangerous? Well, it's quite simple, and this is it really. And this is my opinion. You catch a fish, you've got to land it. Now you've got to get down a bit closer to the water's edge. It's dangerous, you get excited, the adrenaline's going, and you're not thinking straight. So when you catch that fish, take your time, guys. If it comes off, it's there for another day, and if it comes off, it comes off. So that's danger number 2 about a mark like this. Now danger number 3 is the obvious one. It's getting back up off the mark. You're tired, you've had a crap session or a good session, and you just want to get back to the car or the van or whatever and make your way home. Just check that's not giving me slack line. It's actually going to go that, I think. Yeah, so that's danger number 3. It's getting off the mark. You're tired, you're worn out, and you want to get home. So you just wrap it up as fast as you can. Yeah, 3 pointers really about fishing marks like this. And most probably the most main important one is don't fish them alone if you can help it. Now I do fish this mark a lot, and I'm actually going to reveal the mark to you a little bit in a minute. Not actually where I am, but how I fish this particular sort of mark. Right, I haven't set the tripod up, guys. I've actually got the recorder sat there. I haven't set the tripod up, but I'm getting a definite bite going on here. So let me flick this round. How the hell do I do that? I don't even know how you do that on this phone. I've got a new phone, by the way, so I don't know how. Is it that? Nope, that took a picture. Sorry, you lost me there for a minute. I turned it off by mistake. So yeah, I'm getting a bit of a bite on this. I haven't set up the tripod. As I did say, I've got a new phone, and I've promised the wife I won't break this one under 5 weeks from now. So I'm a little bit nervous about putting it on the tripod, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, there's definitely some action going on here. Right, let's tighten that clutch. It's not, I tell you what, let's tighten that clutch a little bit. Could be tide helping it a little bit. Definitely seen a few good taps on there though. Little bit about the mark that I'm fishing then. So, it's a rock mark. I've already mentioned we've got a left to right swell. It's the 26th of September, Tuesday night, and as many of you will know, we've got a big storm about to hit the country, and has already started hitting parts of the country. One good thing about fishing Anglesey is you can get out of the weather or you can get in the weather. Yeah, look at this, definitely a fish on this. Doesn't look very eely now though. Look, give it a minute. Never rush. I'm fishing with a single 8/0 hook with a 150-pound snood on that. So I don't rush it. It does look quite doggy, that, to be honest, in the tide. The first initial bite did look quite eely. Anyway, so yeah, the mark I'm fishing, you can see I've come down this big cliff here. I'm set up here, lovely comfortable. Rod's here, and this is how far up from the water I am. So I'm quite a way up from the water. Any surprising swells wouldn't get me up here, to be honest with you, even though I know I won't get them tonight in these conditions and this wind. If I get a fish, what I'll do is I'll work my way onto that ledge there, which is quite simple, get to there. I'll bring it up into the second ledge there using the swell, and then I'll either hand line it up or I'll pull it up depending on what the fish is, size, etc. But yeah, right guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with whatever is having a go here. I think it could be a small strap conger, or it's a small, or it's a doggy even. Let's see if I set that phone up, will it work? I'm really nervous about putting the new phone on the tripod. The wife's giving me a warning. Don't break any more phones. So, let's have a look what's going on. It's set up, I don't know if you're in screen. missed that. So I missed that first bite. Definitely looked like an eely bite, not a big eel, but it was definitely an eely bite. I'll just add to that bait. So guys, I'm going to turn it off for a bit, and then I am going to clue what the footage looks like at the moment. I'll turn it off, add a bit more to that bait, and maybe bring it back with some fish, eh? Right, and guys, I've just lost an eel. Not a big eel, but it was an eel, and it's the target, so I'm a little bit gutted. But before I cast back out, I'm just going to show you the setup. Now, I've missed one and I've lost one in 3 casts since you've last been on. So I've changed things up a little bit. I think they could be small eels and they're just grabbing at the bait. So I've gone for a pennel now, and how I've baited this one up is I've got a herring on there with a 150-pound snood again, and attached to the top of that I've got a glow-in-the-dark muppet. Now I find sometimes when the fish are finicky, that can really help, because they just wham, they do hit it a little bit harder, like, you know. So that there is on a pulley rig, 150-pound snood with an 8/0 semicircle on the top and an 8/0 on the bottom. And then the bottom hook is actually one of Seaglow's hooks, to be honest with you guys. Like I said in my last video, if you watched it, I really do like this stuff. And I think the top one is, can't quite remember, to be honest with you. I think it's a Koiki or something like that on the top. So a bit of a mix there, 2 different companies, varieties, whatever. Then that's on to a rotten bottom, 20-pound dye with sensor rotten bottom. And how I've got that set up is, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a Gemini bait clip on there, and all I do is give the lead a twist like that, bring that back up onto the lead like that, and all the twist does is, it says it's having a big loop of line, it just brings the line tidy. When it hits the water, the impact, it comes off, and then you're fishing onto the rotten bottom. It is quite heavy ground here where I'm fishing. Anyway, I'm going to get this back out, guys, and I'll come back to you in a little while. When I chuck it out, I thought I'd show you how the Muppet works on the top. Look at that. I have put this in one of my earlier videos, but that glows on top of your bait. It's got a bit of movement in it, and I actually have picked up codling and stuff doing this in the past as well. Anyway, I'll get this bait out there, guys. The frustrating eels, eh? So I've just dropped another one. They're definitely not doggies. You can tell by the bite and the way they're moving and stuff. But my baits are getting absolutely smashed. I'm not sure if you can see that very well, but my baits are getting smashed. Absolutely smashed. And what I think it is, I think they're small strap eels, and they're just munching away at the bait. Now, there is a bit of a lightning strike going out far out to sea, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that, because I don't fancy being out here in that with the rods, like. Yeah, so there's a bit of a lightning flashes and stuff going on out there. We'll keep an eye on that. The rod's back out now. Gone back to the single hook, but I've actually gone for a bit of a smaller bait, just to see if I can actually hook one of these little eels. I don't think they're all eels. I do think there's quite a few shellfish down there that are causing problems as well, which you can get that when you're eel fishing, lobsters and edible crab and stuff, smashing at your bait. Eel fishing is great fun. It can be frustrating at times. Sometimes it can be long waits, because obviously you're fishing such big baits and nothing happening. Sometimes you get nights like this where you get absolutely smashed by little uns. and it just gets frustrating. And yeah, that's just eel fishing and how it goes, really. I absolutely love eel fishing. I used to love it a lot more. I think as I've got older and wiser, I don't know about the wiser part, but as I've got older, I just like to fish beach marks and easy fishing, if that makes sense. Well, since my last video, guys, there's a lot been going on. I had my weekly meet with the lads, so once a week I meet with the lads, Dan and Barry, or just Dan or just Barry, whoever can make it. We try and do a weekly meet, which is good. It's a new thing we started doing a couple of months ago. It's a weekly meet, and yeah, we have a bit of banter and do a bit of fishing. It was a proper growler. If you follow me on my Instagram, there'll be some pictures on there. It was a proper hard session. I ended up with a small huss. Barry had a lovely bass of about £6, and Dan had a small bass right at the end. So we all had a fish, but it wasn't phenomenal. But Barry had the best fish of the night. Bit of juice got in my eye there, lovely stuff. Yeah, Barry had the best fish of the night. Didn't do any filming on that session, and then I had a solo session by myself a couple of nights after, and wow, what a session that was. Unfortunately, again, I didn't do no filming, but I had a PB small eye ray of £9. I had 2 small eyes that night. I had 5 thornback ray and 2 huss and a couple of doggies. So it was an absolute cracking session, all here on our Anglesey marks, like. Cracking session. Again, some pictures on my social media, feel free to have a look on there. Didn't do no filming. As I say, don't film every time I get out fishing, but I try and do one a week or one a fortnight or something. And there we are, looking at the bait, big smelly bait ready to go out. Yeah, just simple bit of fun. Now, a bit of a funny story for you here now from this mark here. So it comes off the back of questions and answers. Now, if you're new to the channel, questions and answers is basically, I've always said from the start, if you've got anything you want to ask, fire them over to me, and I'll try and bring them into the videos. Or if it's something private you just want to ask, send me a message, and I'll try and answer it to the best of my ability. So a bit of a funny story. I've been asked this question before, but it's basically, do you get scared when you're out there alone? No, I don't get scared, but yeah, sometimes I get that feeling where you feel a bit woo. But a funny one from here, last winter I was fishing on this mark. It was blowing a howler over the top of my head. Anyway, it was pitch black, about 1 o'clock in the morning, and all I heard was a woo. I thought, fucking hell, oh, excuse my language. I thought, what's that? Anyway, nothing then. About 10 minutes went by. Woo. I thought, oh, I'm not keen on this. Time to pack up, maybe. I thought I'll sit it out a little bit longer. I'm searching with a lamp, nothing to be seen. 10 minutes goes past, and I thought, oh my. I'm not gonna lie, I was crapping myself. Anyway, I had another search with a lamp, and just down in the gully next to me here, there was a big bull seal, and it was having a bit of a moan and groan. Well, it shit me up, I'm not gonna lie. Absolutely shit me up. So that answers that one. Another one that I've been asked recently is, why do I switch my tackle all the time? I don't know, really. I just quite enjoy buying and selling, swapping and stuff like that. And yeah, not made of money. I swap stuff, or I sell something to buy something else, or I deal and wheel in it and have a bit of fun, and that's what it's about. The only things I'd never sell is my PPTs. I do have a little collection of my pen PPTs, and I absolutely love them. Yeah, so bit of chit chat, guys. Eel fishing can be absolute boring at times. I'm not gonna lie. You can sit there for hours and hours and nothing at all happening. Yeah, it's just eel fishing. All fishing can be like that. It's great to be out, but eel fishing at times can be a little bit of a growler. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera off, and I promise you I won't bring you back to film unless I got a fish. Yeah,
I think that's a fair promise, innit? So if you see me again, it's with a fish, or it's to say my farewells. I think I've gone on enough. It's nothing interesting, it's just to keep in touch with the viewers. Nothing interesting gone on so far. Hopefully a couple of pointers, and if not, it's been a boring one. So I'll bring you back to either say my farewells or with a fish. Keep tuned if you don't mind, please, guys. Thank you.
Well, I finally got there. Most probably one of the most frustrating eel sessions I've ever had. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've lost a few tonight. Missed a few. It's not a big one, but yeah, I'm happy with that. A nice eel. I don't know, £4 or something. Nice eel. Let's get it back. Happy days. And that's the end of that then. So I'm back in the van. That's got to be the strangest night fishing I've ever experienced in my life. Out to sea, as far out to sea as I could see. There was massive lightning flashes going on. It's behind me, the moon was coming up, and all the stars were out. It was absolutely strange, and the fishing was even stranger. Nearly every cast, I was getting some absolute cracking, proper conger bites, but there was just either nothing there or a couple of heavy thuds and they were off. Really strange night, but I managed to get the 1E. I managed to achieve the target. I said I was going for a conger. I got a conger, one rod, one reel, a box of conger rigs. Happy days. Yeah, so that's that. Target achieved. It's now it's now 11:45 and I've got work in the morning. So until next time, guys, keep safe, keep fishing, keep chasing them dreams.